Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer/football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. All right. I got a 10-game slate today. These predictions will be for Friday, February 7th, and it's going to be a good one. All right, but first, we got to talk about it. I ended up hitting 3 out of 5. So, not the best night, but hey, still more green than red, so I'll take that. But yeah, man, it was it was a crazy night. For my under and over, I think I did a bunch of games, I believe. Yeah, I did. I don't know how many I did, to be honest with you, but I think I hit like 9 and missed 1. But yeah, it was crazy. Nonetheless, my Chivas didn't win. Barca, they did what they set out to do, but my Chivas did not hit that dub. So they didn't lose, they tied, but they should have won that one. But it is what it is. All right, let's get straight into it. First off, we have Manchester United versus Leicester. Injuries. Manchester United have 4 injured players. Leicester 2 injured players. The total is sitting at 3. Team total is sitting at 2.5 for Manchester United, and Leicester sitting at 3. I mean 3. I'm sorry, 0.5. I don't know what I'm thinking about right now. Tired. Anyway, the last 5 times these two guys went head to head. Let's see. So Manchester United won 4 out of 5, and then they had a draw between Manchester United and Leicester City. So basically, Leicester City has not been able to beat Manchester United. Manchester United are at home, so they got that advantage. The last 5 games from Manchester United, 3 wins, 2 losses. The most recent game was a loss to Crystal Palace. Leicester City, they have 2 wins and 3 L's. Their most recent, same thing. They took an L. As far as a win here, I'm going to go with Manchester United. They seem like the better team, although right now they're not showing it as much as, I mean, for a minute, they were winning back to back, but then I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they were trying to hold off for the English FA Cup, or I don't know, or maybe the Champions League, or not the Champions League, my bad, the UEFA Europa League, because they're not in the Champions anymore. But okay, let's see, that 0.5 for Leicester. As far as covering it against Manchester United, they've only covered this twice, so probably not the best idea to bet on them, or to bet on the total points for just Leicester. But it's not a bad idea, to be honest with you, because, I mean, the last 5 games of Leicester, they covered this 0.5. Oh man, they covered this 2. They covered this 2 out of 5, so yeah, it is all bad for them. Manchester United sitting at 2.5, like I mentioned earlier. They have not been able to cover this in their last 5 games. But between Manchester United and Leicester, though, they've been able to cover this 2.5 3 out of 5 times. So 2 of those times were in 2024 and 1 of those were in 2023. As far as this year, they haven't gone head to head, but it seems here like the beginning of the year, they don't put enough effort into it. So still, I think Manchester United's going to win. I don't see them going over that 2.5. It could happen, like I said, but as far as this year, they haven't been able to put that many numbers up. But Leicester City, though, they allow goals every game. So minimum of 2. So maybe it does go over 2.5. But I think the best bet would be total points over here. So it's in that 3. I would probably do over if you want to do the points, or Manchester United to win straight up. But yeah. Okay, on to the next game. This one's for La Liga. Rayo Vallecano versus Real Valladolid. Rayo Vallecano are at home. The total is sitting at 2.5. Team total is sitting at 1.5. Real Valladolid is sitting at 0.5. As far as injuries, Real Valladolid only have 1 injured player. Rayo Vallecano have 1 injured player, 1 player with a red card, and 1 questionable. The last 5 times these two have gone head to head. So it seems like Rayo Vallecano have won 4 out of 5 times. Real Valladolid only beat them once, and this was back in 2019. As far as the total, 2.5, it seems like they have done that 3 out of 5 times. So maybe that's the best bet there. But I don't know why I see a tie here, even though the last 5 head-to-head, they have not tied. So maybe not a tie. Somebody's going to win. This one's a tough one, to be honest with you. I'm going to go, if I had to bet this one, like I said, this is too juicy. I think the best bet to go here would be over 2.5 for these two. Because as far as a win, I mean, obviously Rayo Vallecano are at home, so they got the advantage. And they most likely will win because they've won 4 out of 5 between these two. But this is just, like the last 5 games from Rayo Vallecano, they got 3 wins, 1 L, and 1 draw. Rayo Valladolid, only 1 win out of 4 times. So, I mean, yeah, everything screams Rayo Vallecano. This is just, it's like really risky, So, and I'm not gonna force it if I don't need to. But yeah, as far as like the best outcome here, would probably be over 2.5. Let's see, Rayo Valladolid at 0.5. Let's see if they covered this. They've covered this 3 out of 5 times. Yeah, so they cover this 3 out of 5 times. Yeah, I think the best bet here would be over 2.5. I don't see anything further than that. Okay, on to the next game. Bayern Munich versus Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen. I think that's how you pronounce it. Injuries. Bayern have 2 injured players and 3 questionable. Werder Bremen have 5 injured players, 2 players with a red card, and 3 questionable. So Bayern are at home, and let's see, the last 5 times they've gone head to head, yeah, Bayern have beat them. Oh no, they've beat them 4 out of 5. So Werder Bremen have beaten Bayern one time, and that was last year. Other than that, I will not put my bet on Bremen. As far as the points, it's the total sitting at 4. I mean, let's see, they've covered this 2 out of 5 times. The most recent game, which was last year, they did cover this, and only because Bayern made 5 goals. So, Bayern team total sitting at 3.5, and they've covered this 3 out of 5 times. 0.5 for Bremen, they've covered this 3 out of 5 times. The most recent, they did not cover that. As far as the last 5 games from Bremen, they've covered this 0.5 4 out of 5 times. But, I mean, going against Bayern, that's a tough one, to be honest with you. I think the best bet here would just be Bayern straight up. But if you're looking for points, I would probably have to say, let's see, because Bayern here haven't even covered that 3.5 in their last 5 games. Well, they've covered this once, which was their most recent game, but before that, they didn't even cover that. So, I mean, if you ask me, I do see it going over 3.5, but I mean, that's really, really risky. So, but I mean, Bremen do allow, their defenses are not that great. They do allow goals every time, minimum of 2. So, maybe give me Bayern over 3.5 would probably be the best one, but yeah, this one's going to be tough. I know Bayern's winning though for sure, so there you go. Okay, on to the next game, and this is for Liga MX. Necaxa versus Santos. Necaxa are at home. There's no injury for both of these two teams. The last 5 times they've gone head to head. See, Santos were able to beat them 2 out of 5 times. Necaxa, same. So both of them have 2 dubs. One of those games was a draw. So I guess this game would be a tiebreaker. If you ask me, I think Necaxa will win this one because this year Santos haven't even tied. Nothing but L. So I don't see them winning this one, especially having Necaxa. They have 2 wins and 3 L's. But they started off pretty good, to be honest with you. Then they went back down, but they're at home. I feel like at home they can pull off that win. The last time they played at home, they ended up getting a dub, so 2-0. Yeah, give me Necaxa for this one. As far as the points, it's sitting at 3. That's a little too juicy for me. I don't think that Necaxa will score 3, let alone Santos help them make a goal. The total for Necaxa, point-wise, they're sitting at 1.5. To me, that's probably the best outcome because Santos, they're at 0.5, and even though it's just a goal, it seems like it's, let me see, they've covered this 3 out of 5 times. The last time they've gone head to head. So as far as the last 5 games from them, they've covered this. Yeah, as far as the last 5 games from Santos, they've covered this 2 out of 5 times. Yeah. So, and the most 2 recent games from Santos, they did not cover this 0.5. So, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Necaxa have covered that 1.5. They've covered this 2 out of 5 times. So, they're just as bad. But I know Necaxa will score. I know Necaxa will win this one. Like, I feel that they'll be able to win this one. So, yeah. As far as points, give me Necaxa over 1.5. Okay, on to the next game. Querétaro versus San Luis. No injured players again. The last 5 times they've gone head to head. Let's see. Santos won and Querétaro won. Then Santos won, then a draw. So basically Querétaro has only been able to beat San Luis once. The total is sitting at 2.5. I have a feeling they'll go over that just because they've covered this 2.5 3 out of 5 times. And the 3 most recent games, they've covered this. So, as far as Querétaro's last 5 games, they're sitting at 1.5. They've only covered this once. Yeah, they've only covered this once out of 5 games. Their 5 most recent games. So, maybe give me Querétaro under 1.5. As far as Santos, they're also at 1.5. And they've covered this same. They've covered the same. 2 out of 5. But the most recent game, though, they covered this. So I feel like this will be like a 2-1 situation. So give me the total over 2.5. Okay. On to the next game. Puebla versus America. If you really ask me about this game, I would say I hope Puebla wins this one. Yes, I'm a America hater. But realistically, America have 4 wins and no L's. 1 draw. 4 wins, 1 draw, and no L's. So the fact that they'll lose this one, highly unlikely. But if there is one team that could probably beat them right now, it would probably be Puebla. But let's see, the last 5 times they've gone head to head. Yeah, Puebla hasn't been able to beat them in the last 5 times. So forget what I said. This is not the team for it. I don't know. I feel it. I feel that they'll be able to beat them. Puebla, because Puebla is at home, so maybe that's an advantage. No injuries. Maybe they're hungry. They only got 1 win. They're looking for the second one. So, my bad, guys. Puebla has been able to beat America. They actually did it the most recent game. I don't know why I didn't see that. Yeah, they beat them 1-0. Other than that, they haven't been able to beat them. So maybe that's why I feel like they'll be able to beat them this time. As far as the total points, it's sitting at 2.5. For Puebla, it's sitting at 0.5. And for America, it's sitting at 1.5. So it's safe to say that America have covered this 1.5 4 out of 5 times. And that was the most recent 4 times they covered this. As far as Puebla, that 0.5, they've covered this 4 out of 5 times. The most recent they covered as well. As far as going against these two, Puebla has covered 4 out of 5 times. So I think probably the safest bet would probably be over 2.5 because they've covered this 4 out of 5 times. Even though the most recent game didn't cover this, but like before that, all four, they covered that 2.5. So yeah, I think that would be the best bet, over 2.5. I mean, either way, it seems like they cover this every number, right? Puebla, 0.5, America, 1.5, over 2.5. So the only one that would be tough is a straight win, even though the most recent game was Puebla to win, but that's risky. So, yeah. Okay. On to the next game, and this is for Serie A. Como versus Juventus. If you ask me, I'm going for Juventus. Como is at home though. Injuries. Como has 2 injured players, 1 player with a red card, and 6 questionable. Juventus, 3 injured players, 2 questionable. The total sitting at 2.5. I don't know if they'll cover this. They've only gone head to head 3 times, but they've covered 2 out of 3. The most recent they covered, and the one before they covered. The third time they didn't cover, they almost covered. It was sitting at 2. So let's see. Juventus 1.5. Let's see. They've covered this. They covered this 2 out of 5 times. The most recent, they were able to cover that. Como, on the other hand, they're sitting at 0.5. They were able to cover this 4 out of 5 times, but the most recent, they didn't cover that. As far as going head to head, they've covered this 2 out of 3. The most recent, they didn't cover it. So this one's going to be a tough one as well. But I think the safest bet here would probably be Juventus over 1.5. Just because they were able to cover this, the most recent one, and they've covered this 2 out of 3 times that they've gone head to head. So, yeah. As far as a win, I think Juventus is going to win this one, even though Como is at home, but they haven't been all that great in the last 5 games. They only had 1 good game, which that was their win. Other than that, they got 3 L's, 1 win, and 1 draw. Juventus, 2 wins, 2 L's, 1 draw. So, yeah. Okay, on to the next game. Nantes versus Brest. This is for the French Liga, by the way, guys. Injuries. Nantes have 3 injured players, 1 questionable, and 3... Wait, my bad. Nantes have 3 injured players, 1 with the red card and 3 questionable. Brest have 2 injured players, 1 with the red card and 2 questionable. So they're almost sitting at the same seat, right? They almost have the same amount of injuries and everything. So as far as at home, Nantes is at home, so they might have the advantage. But Brest is a pretty good team lately. They've been a pretty good team. Nantes, they've only gotten 1 win in their last 5, 3 draws and 1 L. That L that they got was against Brest. So, and Brest, they got 2 wins and 3 L's. So, one of those wins, obviously, we already talked about it, right? They got it against Nantes. So, as far as these two going head to head, most 5 recent games, Brest have beat this team 4 out of 5 times. So, 4 out of 5 times. The time that they didn't was a draw. and that was last year. So that's crazy. I didn't know Nantes have not been able to beat Priest. So there you go, guys. As far as at home, Nantes played at home only once in their last 5 head-to-head, and they were not able to win, not able to beat Priest. So, yeah, I'm gonna give me Brace to win. They've only tied one, so them tying again, the chances are really, really low. So, yeah, give me Brace to win. The total sitting at 2, it might go to 2.5. If it does go to 2.5, I'll probably do under, but not 100% sure yet. Let's see. What's the best way? Okay, Breeze. Breeze is sitting at 0.5. That is crazy. I wonder why. Breeze have covered this 0.5 3 out of 5 times. And against Nantes, they've covered this 4 out of 5. So, yeah, they're tripping. Yeah, that's the best bet right there. Breeze over 0.5. So they're saying that Breeze is not going to make a goal. Yeah, BS. Yeah, so either you could do the over 2.5, or if it's at 2, do the over. But it seems like the best bet right here will be Breeze over 0.5 as far as points. Win-wise, I'm going to go with Nantes just because, my bad. I'm going to go with Breeze just because Nantes has not been able to beat Breeze. So, yeah. Okay, on to the next game. PSG, that's my team, going against Monaco. So PSG, they've been killing it. They've been killing it in the last 5 games. They have not taken an L, 4 wins, 1 draw. Monaco, on the other hand, they got 3 wins and 2 draws. Both of these teams, their most recent games were a win, but between these two teams going head to head, Monaco's only been able to beat them once, and that was back in 2023. So, and PSG are the better team this year. They got, I think they just got a new player. I forgot his name, but he's a beast. So give me PSG. PSG is at home. There's no way they're going to lose at home. Yeah, them playing at home against Monaco, they've beat them twice. So, yeah, as far as the total sitting at 3.5, to me, that's a little too much. They've covered this 3.5. They've covered this 2 out of 5 times. Sorry, that was my dog. Yeah, so that's a little too much, but I think maybe the safest bet. Man, not even. The team total over for PSG is in at 2.5. So, and they've only covered this 2 out of 5 times. So that's not even that safe. Monaco, on the other hand, they're sitting at 0.5. They've covered this 3 out of 5 times. So, in the most recent game, they did not even, the most recent game, they didn't cover that. As far as the last 5 games from Monaco, they've covered this 0.5, 4 out of 5 times. And PSG, they've covered this 2.5, 3 out of 5 times. The most recent game, they did not cover that. So, probably just give me PSG to win straight up. The points are just all over the place. Yeah, maybe if I don't know, because if I do total points 3.5 over, I'm basically saying that PSG is gonna make four. Because I don't know if Monaco's gonna make one. I don't see them scoring one, but I don't know. So maybe give me total team under 3.5. But yeah, okay, on to the last game, guys. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And if there's a game that you guys want me to predict, put it down in the comments and I'll get it down for you. All right, Porto. This is for the Portuguese, the Portugal League. Porto are at home. They're going against Sporting CP. Injuries. Porto have one injured player, two questionable. Sporting have two injured players and three questionable. I don't know if I talked about injuries on the PSG prediction, but if I didn't, PSG have two injured players and two questionable. Monaco have three injured players, one player with the red card and two questionable. So my bad if I didn't put it there. And if I did, I'm tired, so give me a break. All right. On to this Portuguese game. Yeah. So Porto with one injured player, two questionable. Sporting two injured players and three questionable. They're both sitting at 1.5 for team total. The total is sitting at 2.5. So as far as them making that 2.5, they've covered this 3 out of 5 times. The most recent game, they didn't cover it though. But I have a feeling they're going to go over that 2.5 for sure. As far as that 1.5 for Porto, between them two, they've covered this 3 out of 5 times. And Sporting, they've covered this 1.5 3 out of 5 times. So yeah, this is gonna be tough. The most recent game, Sporting won between these two, and they did cover that 1.5. But it's gonna be a tough one. So I'm gonna go with total over 2.5 and just hope that, you know, this ends up as a 2-2 or a 1-2. But yeah. Like I said, Porto are at home, but they haven't been that great lately. They've only gotten one win in their last 5 games, 2 L's and 2 draws. As far as Sporting, they got 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. So this is a tough one. Okay, Porto at home. Let's see. Porto at home, they've won 2 out of 3 times. The most recent game they've won at home. Then the one before that was a draw, 2-2. So, and they've only drawn once. So the fact that they'll draw again, highly unlikely. So, yeah. Let me see. As far as that 1.5, the last 5 games of Porto, they've covered this only once. Yeah, they've only covered this once out of 5 games from Porto. From Sporting, they've covered this 1.5 3 times. 3 out of 5. So I think the safest bet, either way, I think the safest bet would probably be over 2.5. As far as a win though, I mean, they're even, they got 2 wins on one side, 2 wins on the other side, and then a draw. Yeah. Um, I don't know who's going to win this one. I know somebody's going to win. I just don't know who's going to win. If I was to put my money on this game, I would probably do Sporting. Yeah, it would probably have to be Sporting to win. Yeah. Okay. That'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope the information I gave you was good enough for you guys to make some money. I hope you enjoyed the video. So, if you made it this far, you gotta hit that like and subscribe. There's no way. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what's your prediction. What do you think is gonna happen? All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.